I have battles I wouldn't want you to see, and I always want people to see the best in me. But if you see the real me, you see something inside that's been festering. For 10 years it's been eating me alive. And don't tell me a quick fix, because whatever it is, I've already tried. The first time I got asked if I was on medication, I lied. I equated those depression pills with having my perfection killed. I kept the bottle hidden under my bed, and even when the sun was out, I heard the thunder instead. And somewhere along the way, I started feeling like I was on a slope that had me slipping away into somewhere I didn't want to be. And I hated that place, and I hate it still. I felt suicidal when I'd pop those pills. I remember sitting at Thanksgiving dinner with my family. I wasn't saying much as the food was handed to me. And then my grandma looked at me randomly. She asked me how she could pray for me. I told her I was fine and turned my head shamefully. Being with my loved ones didn't feel the same to me, because basically I wasn't the same me. I wanted so bad to stand on that table and scream for someone to save me. I needed help, I just didn't know who to turn to. So many relationships I burned through. Looking back, I was just looking for love. Or maybe love was looking for me. Either way, I was in a place I never wanted to be. And it all started when I saw things at a young age I was never meant to see. And hearing him scream affected me mentally. Those few minutes of horror felt like a century. For years after, it was like a package of loneliness had been sent to me. And I wish I would've never opened the mail. But memories are something you could return to sender. The past 10 summers have felt like winter, and the things I saw I'll take to my grave. I wish I would've helped you, Dave, and I wish someone would've helped me too. But I got really good at building up a wall that wasn't see-through, and I thought those pills and doctor notes would see me through. They never did. I'm 28 now, but if I blink my eyes, I swear it was yesterday that I was just a kid. And I remember thinking nothing could ever hold me down, and I still believe that now. But I wasn't prepared for what was lurking around the corner. I thought I had it all planned out and my life was in order, but I had my defenses up even though something stuck across the border. I ended up face down in my pillow fighting demons in my head. And sometimes I stopped fighting and they left me for dead. And if you haven't been through the valley, I don't expect you to understand what I just said. But the valley couldn't mold me, the devil couldn't hold me, and I stopped buying the garbage the world always sold me. I stood to my feet and started walking away from the old me. I stopped believing the things those demons told me. I started believing Jesus instead. And for the first time in years, I felt like I was no longer dead. You see, death isn't just a state of lifelessness. Sometimes it's a life of strife and stress. Satan called me by my depression, but God called me by my best. And he was the only reason I pulled myself out of bed. And he's the only reason I have hope for a better tomorrow. I stopped opening the mail and reading the devil's letters of sorrow, and I started reading the Bible instead. After all, it's the only thing that brings life to the dead, and it's the only thing that brought life to me. More life than those Lexapro pills could bring. So to the devil, I finally see that you cannot silence me. Your muzzle of medication, melancholy will not fit me now. And the weight of this world cannot get me down, because I'm flying higher than I've ever been. I'm on the top of Mount Everest. I'm planting my flag of faith up here. I have no fear. I have no worries and no anxiety. I used to believe Satan, but all he did was lie to me. So stop talking in my ear. You're dead to me. You died to me. I'm alive. My God, I can see. I can breathe. And when I can breathe, I breathe freely without the fear of suffocation. I'm on a permanent mental state of vacation. I'm on this track of faith, and best believe I'm racing, and nobody is gonna catch me now, and no depression could get me down. Cause I was lost, but I promise you now I'm found. I'm walking on clouds and I forget what it feels like to walk on the ground. And Jesus has me and I have him. I'm no longer defined by the shame of my sin. I'm no longer a picture of the scars on my skin, but rather the scars and the whips that were brought on him. I'm defined by his righteousness. I'm telling you, man, believe me, there's life in this, and there's hope in this. You don't have to live a life of loneliness. Take it from me, I've walked through the shadows of death, and I never let it take my best. And I'm telling you right now, if you come to Jesus, he'll give you rest, just like he gave me life. I picked up my Bible and put down the knife, and I took off my backpack of pain and locked up my demons in a briefcase. And when I stand before God one day, it'll be a briefcase. I don't need a defense, because the judge doesn't call me by my shame. He calls me by my name, forgiven, free. Even when I'm depressed, I thank God that when he sees Jesus, he sees me.